Hello everybody, welcome back. It's Cape Rugby TV. It's of course Wednesday night when we bring you the very best of what's happening in the world of Western Province Club Rugby. Tonight we'll take a look at our highlight game over the weekend. It was of course Union Mill up against Bellville. It was a fantastic game, but we'll tell you more about that a little bit later in the show. We'll also be taking a look at the Tennis Lanier Day that was held over at Paarl. That was last week Thursday. And the capping ceremony at the Western Province Rugby Stadium at the Railway Mall, where the kids were capped. Of course, on the show with me this evening, Morgan Newman. Hello, Morgs.
How's it, gents?
Looking a little bit rough there. The razor blade's gone.
Know, it's winter time, it's getting cold, so I'm trying to find all ways to keep myself warm. So I think I'm going to grow it out a little bit.
Yeah, and looking like he's following in a similar vein. Lyndon Julius. Hello, Lyndon.
Hi, good evening, JP. Yeah, mine's on top of my head as opposed to on the side here, trying, because I don't have that. Those jeans, I don't get those devs.
You've been working a little bit.
I'm trying to work.
Well, anyway, nice to have you guys on the show, folks. Of course, big thanks to Hisense that has come on board as the official technical partner to Cape Rugby TV. Factory Shops SA, our mobile app and supporters here at the show, of course, also on board. And don't forget Score Energy Drinks. Score Energy Drinks on board with Cape Rugby TV, and look out for that Score Sevens tournament coming up a little bit later in the year. All right, folks, as we said earlier on, tonight is all about Union Mill up against Bellville. We'll take a look at the Best Med School of Excellence insert a little bit later in the show, and we'll catch up with the fundraising initiatives that took place at Paarl last week Thursday as part of the Tennis Lanier Rugby Day. All right, now let's get into the highlights of the Union Mill against Bellville game. All right, guys, there we go. Morgs, some interesting action there.
Yeah, some seriously good rugby. I think kind of what we expect from Super League B, the top of the table clash in Super League B.
Yeah.
So yeah, good rugby and some familiar faces. I think both teams have, over the last year, done some, whatever you want to call it, recruiting, and I think you see some good players on both sides, and I think they'll be I think I would expect to see both those teams in Super League A next year, actually.
Yeah, Lyndon?
Yeah, I think it definitely was, and given the wind and the weather conditions, I think it suited both teams' style of play. I mean, Milnerton ran hard, they got big runners, but then also the flair and the flamboyancy of Belleville certainly complemented them as well. I mean, they matched them quite good.
Yeah. All right, folks, we're going to do a little bit more analysis on the game in a sec. Let's catch up now quickly with the second half. Right, folks, there you go. A win for Belleville, 29-27 over Milnerton. Before we get into the strategic discussions, unbelievable playing from both sides. But what really impressed me was the Belleville backline. Lyndon, the guys were spreading the ball wide. Yes, we saw some handling errors, but considering that they ran the ball, as Morgs was, as you were saying, through so many phases, you're going to get percentage-wise.
Yeah, and I think that also builds your confidence, going to those last few minutes. I mean, the score was tied with 7.5 minutes to go, and if you put your backline, if your hands have been handling, I mean, Morgs can attest to this. If you handle the ball so much in a game that by minute 75 it sort of becomes second nature, and then those passes, they just stick. I mean, it just happens that if you pop the ball and it just goes to the right hand and it works for you.
Morgs, and we talk about, I mean, I'm kind of a firm believer that club rugby is all about running rugby and backline play, and then we keep talking about the fact that the forwards must dominate and the forwards must dominate, and in this case Milnerton's forwards did dominate, but the backline dominated more and eventually won the game for Belleville.
Yeah, well, Belleville obviously played to their strengths, which I think is their backline. And I mean, look, if you look at the amount of phases they put the ball through, the handling, I mean, there's some handling there that you don't see in Super League A, never mind Currie Cup, never mind the box of the weekend. So, no, I mean, it's just great to see that teams are playing to their strengths. I think obviously different teams have different strengths, and Unimil obviously have a good platform with their forwards, but Belleville did their homework and clearly knew that they might have the slight edge when it comes to, even though conditions didn't play in their favour, they still put the ball through the phases and put the ball through the hands of their backline.
Yeah, no, I thought it was an incredible performance from Bellville. The backline really, as you said, wide play, stretching, and when you're stretching the defence so far,
You've got to find the gaps.
We just don't have the time in club rugby to practice that much drifting, that much. So if you're getting stretched, there's going to be gaps.
Yeah, and I think also, if you compare size between the two backline, Bellville weren't that close to Milton. But I mean, like Morg said, they played to their strength, which was the quick hands and the fast feet. So Bellville, the centers combined beautifully with the wings, and that's how they got to where they needed to be.
All right, folks, let's have a chat there with Eddie Theron. He's, of course, the captain of Union Mill. Folks, with me now is Eddie Theron, of course, the captain at Milnerton. Spoken to Eddie many times. Eddie, incredible game, tough game, right down to the wire.
Yeah, look, it was tough. We knew Bellville got that Super A mentality, so we knew they were going to bring it. And they were just better on the day, deserved it.
Incredible hand skills from Bellville, but it really did look like there was conditioning for both teams. Both teams fit, played all the way through the end. We said before that we don't often see teams playing the full 80 minutes. In this case, you guys played both sides full 80 minutes and more.
Yeah, look, I think talking to about Milnerton now, we've been playing the full game every game. The second half's been telling us, and then now that we've got Bellville and they play a full game, it was game on to the 80th minute.
It's enjoyable rugby.
Yeah, definitely. But they deserved it on the day, and we just have to bounce back.
Thanks, Eddie. Well done. Thanks, Conga.
Thanks.
Folks, we've got a full show for you today, so we're going to get straight into the next interview, which of course was Ishmael Dolly, the coach of Union Mill. Folks, incredible game today. Milnerton up against Bellville here at Theo Marais Park. Ishmael, we spoke about it in the week. We said that this was going to be a monster match, and it turned out to be exactly that.
Bellville played really well. They really managed the game exceptionally well. Credit to them. But just the way they played in the right areas of the field and the accuracy just throughout the game was excellent.
Towards the end of the game there, I mean, I must say the conditioning from both sides, towards the end of the game, there was no give and take at all in both teams.
Well, Bellville's a Super A club. I mean, they were in Super A 2 years ago, so they come with that experience. And when you play against a team like that, you got to be on top of your game throughout the game for 80 minutes. And unfortunately, we were not on top of our game. We had many mistakes in terms of loose ball, inaccuracies at breakdown, which Bellville capitalized on, and they must get credit for a great game.
You're going to the break now. Are you taking a bit of a breather?
Yes, we've given our boys off for about 2 weeks. So we told them, listen here, go out and switch off from rugby. Completely spend time with the family, go hit some golf balls. Because when we come back, it's a second round, and that's when we need them to fire and be fresh.
All right, Ish, we're going to leave it at that. Home ground for you guys didn't go your way, but an incredible day. I can't believe how many fans came out here today, even though there's a test match on TV.
Thanks, yes. Thank you to all the supporters that come out. Bellville very vocal in his support, which is always great to see, and they always bring a lot of fans with him. Yeah. And it creates a great spectacle for everyone, and we're just thankful that we can play a game of rugby at this level, at that intensity, and with so much great fun.
Ishmael Dolly, of course, talking about the prospects at Union Mill, and it has been a great performance from Union Mill so far, dominating together with Hamlets and Bellville at the top of Super League B. Right, folks, if you want to win yourself a Hisense Infinity Pulse and you want to go into the draw to win that 55-inch smart TV, then you need to go onto our Facebook page and tell us who is the official technical partner to Cape Rugby TV. You win yourself a Hisense Infinity Pulse LTE L682 with KitKat Android 4.4, a 5-inch multi-touch screen, an LG at least a 4G LTE dual SIM card. It's a fantastic little phone, Android driven, great phone. See if you jump onto our Facebook page and tell us who is the official technical partner to Cape Rugby TV. Congratulations to last week's winner, Galen Smith. Galen, you walk away with a Hisense Infinity Pulse cell phone. One of the guys from Cape Rugby TV will be in touch with you shortly. Folks, we'll take an ad break, and when we come back from the ad break, we'll catch up with the captains of both Union Mill and Bellville, as well as, of course, the Evox Advanced Nutrition Man of the Match. Back in a sec. Welcome back, everybody. Yes, of course, Cape Rugby TV. Remember, you can find us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Cape Rugby TV, and on Twitter @Cape Rugby TV. Morgan Newman is on the show with me, talking club rugby as well as Lyndon Julies. Nice to have Lyndon back on the show. We haven't seen him for a while, but before we get back to the boys, let's catch up now with the captain and coach of Bellville, and of course the captain there is Amerton Boyson. Folks, with me now, Amerton Boyson has of course been on Cape Rugby TV before, and we speak about eloquence, and quite often, every now and then we get this captain who speaks in perfect English. Amerton, incredible game today. We said in the week that these were two giants that were going to take each other on, and we knew that this was going to be a monster match. You guys had a fantastic game.
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank the Heavenly Father above for both teams coming off the field without any serious injuries. I think it was a good game. Both teams, obviously, Milnerton undefeated on the lock. They're a good team. They showed it again today. We prepared well in the week. Obviously, we said this is a the lock leaders, so we need to put out our best game. I think we performed well. We made a couple of mistakes, but at the end of the day, I'm just glad we could pull it through the end.
We've spoken a couple of times about teams keeping their composure in the last 10 minutes of a game, and sometimes we see the clubs throwing it away. There was a moment there in the last 5 minutes of the game that I thought both Milnerton and Bellville could have thrown it away, and the game turned for equal sides. What was going through your mind at that time?
Yeah, we was obviously a little bit upset. I'm letting the try in at the end. But we told ourselves, if he misses the kick here, we're just going to go all out. We're going to put everything into it. We're going to do our best to get the ball back and go score in the corner. And I think the belief was there from the players. The players believed, we bought into that belief. Yeah. And we were just believing in each other and trusting each other. I think we did well at the end to put that trust, put that faith in ourselves and go on and win the game.
I think we spoke last year, but there seems to be an incredible difference at Bellville now. Jerome has been saying it on the show as well. Bellville is looking like a different team. You guys are really shining. Your players are playing incredible rugby. Must be good.
Yeah, I think it all started in the preseason. We had a lot more numbers in the preseason than previous years, so we prepared well. We had a couple of disappointing performances, games we felt we could have won, but we threw it. But we learned at the end of the day. We learned about it. And that's when we could put it in the yard to get the win here today. We learned from our mistakes throwing games away at the end. That's where we could do it. We learned from our mistakes and we did it here today.
Emmett, we'll leave it at that. Leading from the front. Congratulations, you guys are deserved winners. Well done.
Thank you.
Well, there you go, folks. Amerton Boyson, of course, leading from the front at Bellville. What a fantastic performance. Morgs, we were speaking about composure. Composure is so important, and we saw it here again. We saw composure from Bellville to come back and win it in the dying minutes. Milnerton, 5 minutes before the end, they had the lead by 5 points. Should have closed it off.
Sure, it's a very difficult scenario, Had they won it, then it's, it's a very difficult thing. But I mean, in the end, Bellville just, technically did the right places, like Ish said in his interview, played in the right places on the field, and eventually the damn wall's got to break, and clearly it broke just in time for Bellville.
Yeah, folks, let's catch up now with Bellville's coach, Edmund Kunrad. Incredible game. We were talking to the boys now, talking about the fact that we spoke about it on Wednesday, that this game was a game between two giants. What an incredible game today.
Yeah. Before the game, I thought, it's going to be a hell of a game. We're going to get a hell of a hiding from Milnerton. But my guys were focused and they decided we're going to play all out 80-minute rugby and we're going to win this game. We're not coming off this field without a win. So we decided, half-time, okay guys, let's play in direct rugby in their faces, and that is how we're going to win the game, and that is also how we want it.
It's an incredible, we've been talking about it, there's such a difference in Bellville, the game, the style, the people. There seems to be a breath of fresh air blowing through Bellville at the moment, and it hasn't just come overnight, something you guys have been working on, but it's looking good out of Bellville now.
Yes, very much, yes. I see last year was a learning experience for most of the players. I have a lot of youngsters in my team, and this year they have proved themselves. All of the old rugby players, they coming every week. They're coming to watch our games, and they were impressed by the game and the quality of the players. Well, I've got a 23-man squad in my team, and all of them, they are just brilliant.
Well, you talk about brilliance. I've just got to ask you, the back line, looking at the back line, your back line that was running. I mean, I haven't seen running rugby like this for a while. The passes, they were bullet passes flying 15, 20, 25 meters across the side of the field. You've got an incredible back line. Is that one of your strong points?
It is one of our strong points. I've got a very, very quick back line. The average age in my back line is about 21 years old, 21 years, and they are just super fast. And the only thing that we need is just get the ball to the backs, and they will do the rest. They will score the tries.
Listen, I'm going to leave it at that because I can see you're looking so happy, and I must say the crowd today was fantastic. All the fans that came out here to support Bellville on a cold wintry night, even while the Springboks are playing. You must be proud to have this support.
Yes, I'm very proud of my supporters, and I told them every away game, it's our home ground, and that is what we are doing now.
Okay, Coach, I'm going to leave it at that. Congratulations, Meneer. Well done. There we go. Edmund Kunrad, of course, making some big strides at Bellville. Definitely a different breath blowing through Bellville at the moment, Lyndon.
Yeah, no, I think like Emerton said there in his interview, you know, their pre-season started off well. So I think that is exactly what is giving them the momentum going forward. And I think they will, like the coach said, they thought they were going to be on the wrong side of the scoreboard, but they definitely pulled it through. And it's games like these like this that will give them the edge going forward when it comes down to the last final three at the end of the season.
Yeah, Morgs, we've spoken to Jerome before about why things are going so well at Bellville at the moment. And one of the things that he mentioned was the conditioning, that the conditioning of the players is at a different level this year. And obviously, if they can play an 80-minute game like they did on the day, well, it goes to show that maybe Jerome was correct.
Yeah, conditioning is of paramount importance. We all know, you know, we speak about this break and we speak about, you know, starting the hitting the ground running when the season starts. And yeah, if you haven't done your work, like Emerton said, you know, they had a good turnout at practices pre-season. So all the players, 1 to 23, are all conditioned. You know, it's not a case of a guy coming off the bench only having 10 minutes in his legs. He can go out and he can put in an 80-minute performance. And if every player from 1 to 23 can put in an 80-minute performance week in and week out, then you're bound to pick up some big results. And like you say there, in the 80th minute, they went on to win the game. So clearly reaping the rewards of a solid pre-season. And let's hope they can keep it going now during the break, because it's also a bit of a pre-season which will come, you know.
Well, I really
2
don't
or 3
know
weeks
about
out.
this. I don't know how these coaches are going to work out this break story. Do you train? Do you not train? Do you let your players leave and go on tour? It's very confusing. But nevertheless, there is a break for a lot of the clubs who have decided to go about and fix it with playing friendlies and social rugby, and I suppose that at the end of the day is what keeps the club rugby action ticking on the weekend, so to speak. But speaking about conditioning, Evox Advanced Nutrition is, of course, the official sports nutrition supplier to Western Province Rugby and the DHL Stormers, and as usual, we give away an Evox Man of the Match. And this week it was William Cupido. He walks away with the Evox Advanced Nutrition Man of the Match from Bellville. All right, folks. At every club rugby game, we have an Evox Advanced Nutrition Man of the Match. Of course, Evox Advanced Nutrition is the official sports nutrition supplier to Western Province Rugby and the DHL Stormers. William Cupido is today's Man of the Match. There's a shaker for you there, William. Congratulations. Thanks, this is 100% whey protein advanced. This is the new protein. I think you're the first Man of the Match to get this protein. How are you feeling about the game?
It was a tough game, but firstly, JP, I have to thank my wife. She supported me since I've started playing rugby. Every game she was at the game, every game I was at, she was there. My children, they at every game, and then also the support. They follow us like ants. They're always there, and we can't do it without our fans. The game itself, it was tough, but when Milnerton scored that last time, we just told ourselves, we're gonna win this game. It's our game. We didn't come here to lose. We gotta do our best. That is what we put in on a Monday, on a Tuesday, on a Thursday. We're not gonna give up, and we're not gonna disappoint our fans. We did it.
we were just talking about how positive things are at Belleville. Speaking to Edmonton, he obviously leads from the front as well. Your coach was talking about the fact that you've got a young, there's some fresh blood there, but there's a whole breath of fresh air blowing through Belleville. It's a lekker gees, né? It's lekker om rugby te speel.
Baie lekker, JP. We're a bunch of youngsters. That energy, you can see it's coming through our backline. They're superb. But we told ourselves, the forwards, we're going to do it today for our fans, for our backline, and that's what we did. It's always backs, and the forwards just told us, we just told ourselves, it's our game this.
It's always the backs that get the credit.
Exactly. So we told ourselves, we're going to do it for our community. I'm a player, I'm actually coming out of Mitchell's play. I'm supporting Belleville. They've adopted me, and I'm proud to say I'm a Belleville.
Here we go.
Yeah! All the way.
We're leaving it at that. Congratulations.
Thank
Are
you.
the Evox man of the match. Well done.
Thank you.
There we go. All right, there we go, folks. Congratulations. Then William Cupido walks away with the Evox Advanced Nutrition Man of the Match. Folks, when we come back from the ad break, we'll take a look at some of the rest of the results in at least the results that were there that took place over the weekend. Lyndon.
Yeah, well, the few results that we're gonna have, we can actually delve a bit into school rugby with the time that we're gonna have.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have to
Might
find
as well.
some. So we've got 1 and 2 results to show you. We'll be back after the break. Here we go, folks. Welcome back. Yes, remember you can win yourself a case of Score energy drinks. Courtesy of Score, of course, has come on board with Cape Rugby TV, and look out for the Score 7s a little bit later in the year. If you want to win yourself a case of Score energy drinks, then just SMS the word SCORE to 33280. 33280, grab your cell phones now, preferably your Hisense Infinity Pulse cell phone that you might have won on the show, and you can win yourself a case of Score energy drinks, courtesy of the boys that from Score. Congratulations then to last week's winner who walks away with that case, Corrine Morris. Corrine, one of the guys from Cape Rugby TV, will be in touch with you shortly, and you can come and collect your case of Score energy drinks. Right, let's quickly take a look at some of the other results in the over the weekend. NNK went down to Tygerberg 26 points to 12. Unionville 27-29 lost to Belleville, as we said earlier, and Temperance and Cities with a 22 points to 10 win over Western Zebras. All right, folks, last week, of course, it was the Tinus Lanier Rugby Day in Paarl. Fundraising there has become now a bit of an annual event. Of course, raising funds for motor neurons disease, and John van Dijk, of course, also suffering from motor neurons disease, and the guys from Elsie's are very instrumental there, and Gareth Watts from the Paarl's neck of the woods. So an excellent event and a lot of support there, and some good funds raised, also in conjunction with the local municipalities. Let's catch up with some of the footage from the day.
It's a very emotional day, but I'm very grateful for all the spectators and everybody who support this day, and because it's for a very good cause. Very difficult because I miss Tinus every day, every second, every hour. It's like a big family, and they phone me every week. Somebody phone and ask, "Hi, how are you? Are you still coping?" And I'm so grateful for that. Oh no, I was from the beginning involved with the planning, but we was a really great team.
Hierdie dag gaan oor die Tinus Lanier Trust. Tinus het begin by Abbots Rugby Club en ons gevoel as 'n gemeenskap om terug te gee vir 'n man wat so baie beteken het. So dis waar die doel gaan, dit is 'n goeie doel, dit is 'n goeie saak en die gemeenskap is saam met ons. Ons baie beplanning, ons het hard gewerk en om hierdie dag 'n groot sukses te maak, en dit is so, en harde werk werp regtig vrugte af.
For me, it's a very different to say, but I thank all the people of the Western Cape who come today to support us, and we want to do that. This is not for today, it's for the future of Tinus Lanier.
It's very important for the union actually to actually support an adventure like this, because I mean this is important that we need to remember the legacies, and it's so appropriate also being on June the 16th going back 40 years in terms of it, and to get the youth, for example, from the morning right through in terms of it, and also at the same time also remembering a rugby great like Tinus Lanier actually, and also great for his wife to be here and for us to be supported actually. And I think actually we need to support the history and the legacies, because to sustain the legacy of rugby, actually, we have to be part of it, and it's very important in terms of it. There's so many challenges at the moment. I mean, with the youth all going astray, basically, if we don't support this on an ongoing basis, actually, we're going to have maybe too many kind of delinquent people out there, and rugby being almost like the backbone of society, especially in Western Cape, the most vibrant part, actually. Western Province has got a very critical role to play, but we also would love to see our local government and provincial government to get more on board also, and maybe possibly on a national level also, so we can grow this game forward. We've got a big challenge of transformation that has maybe taken a very long time, but I think we need to start accelerating the pace going forward.
All right, folks, at Tennis and Neo Rugby Day, they're, of course, supporting motor neurons disease. Lyndon, this looks like this is going to become an annual event.
Yeah, it's very, very good from the clubs. You know, clubs going the extra sort of yard for guys like Tennis, or in his memory. And then also John van Dijk. You know, we had a sports day for John last year in the Strand area, and you know, speaking to his wife or his family, they do appreciate this sort of gesture. So it's quite good from Albion's and the clubs where Tennis has played, that giving back to him, you know.
All right, folks, talking about rugby that's happening sort of in the school holidays, I suppose, or the student holidays, or whatever other reason you might have to not be playing rugby right now. The kids are getting together, and it is, of course, the Western Province kids at the moment that are getting ready for action. And it was the capping ceremony at Western Province Rugby Football Union last night. And we managed to get some of the interviews, but let's first take a look at some of the highlights before we speak to some of the kids and, of course, the head of marketing from the Best Med School of Excellence.
The following Western Province Rugby School of Excellence insert is brought to you by Best Med. Be active, be safe, be happy, be Nutri-Wise, be fit.
Once again, a warm welcome to all of you here this evening. A special word welcome to our guest of honor, the young boys over there that will be capped this evening. This is a very special moment in your life, and I sincerely hope that there will still be many more of these occasions coming your way. This tournament affords you with the opportunity to show the world what you're capable of. To the players, you are the class of 2016. Your coaches expect you to be fearless and ruthless in the execution of your tasks. They expect of each and every one of you to bring a positive spirit to the team. This is what the Daiser demands. The Daiser brings a special spirit to the team. A spirit of togetherness and cohesiveness. Be assured of the fact that we will support you all the way as we march on to stamp down our authority as a proud team representing a powerful rugby union, and that is the Western Province Rugby Football Union. And then, of course, the new sponsor of the School of Excellence, Best Med. I think Mr. Leighton Reichardt is here this evening. Please show the people who you are. They are sponsoring our School of Excellence. Thank you for supporting Western Province Rugby. Thank you for supporting your boys. Be assured of the fact that we are right behind them. We're looking forward to a fantastic youth leagues. Thank you very much.
The following Western Province Rugby School of Excellence insert is brought to you by Best Med. Be active, be safe, be happy, be Nutri-Wise, be fit.
So the boys are getting ready for the Craven Week. Morgs, the boys must be all excited. I think you played a. Did you? In fact, let's just move along from that topic. I take
all fire having going.
I don't know if that was like an indication of how far you had to go back in your memory, JP, or how far you had to go think back to like, okay, did Morgan play?
Fired up and going to answer
I was
that
waiting
question.
to hear the stories from Morgan from his Craven Week, so allow
I
the man, baby.
No, well, thankfully there are no stories. I didn't play that.
Well, when the guys played, you played against the British and Irish Lions. You captained, I think, the junior box.
Cheetahs, Province, Stormers.
Yeah, I mean, you played SA under 21, SA under 19.
Club champs with Marties.
This must be one of the only medal that jersey that you ever worn.
But I did play Academy Week, and I'm very, very chuffed about it.
All right, so this must be a great occasion for the kids.
No, James, look, as a schoolboy, let's take nothing away from it. As a schoolboy, I think Craven Week is kind of the level that you want to play at. You know, it's the best of the schoolboys, or at least the kids are led to believe that.
Yeah.
But it's the best of the schoolboys. And yeah, look, I mean, you know, if you don't make it, it's not the end of your rugby career, but it is a nice thing to make. And, you know, obviously selectors, like Jerome spoke about a few weeks back, the selectors have been out there, you know, they've had their trials.
Yeah.
And to get selected is it's an honor, you know, still to whether it's for the senior side or whether it's for the juniors, to put the sort of the dies on your shirt is something that we all strive towards, and congratulations to all the kids that achieved it.
Yeah, well, we spoke to Thelo Wakefield, the president of the Western Province Rugby Football Union. In fact, it was one of the things that he mentioned in his speeches about playing for the Dyers as a unified team. Let's catch up now with Thelo Wakefield, the president of Western Province Rugby Football Union.
The following Western Province Rugby School of Excellence insert is brought to you by BestMed. Be active, be safe, be happy, be Nutri-Wise, be fit.
Folks, I'm with Mr. Thelo Wakefield, the Western Province Rugby Football Union president now. We're at the capping ceremony here at DHL Western Province Newlands. Thelo, some big boys there tonight. It looks like you've got a special team.
Absolutely. If we look at Salman Murat, you know, quite a giant and very good guy, very good player. And it would be nice to see them in action. I watched them at the Coastal Tournament in Oudtshoorn and they played a blinder. So I'm looking forward to the games, really.
Just listening to some of the boys doing their speeches as well, they sound like they've got their heads screwed on right.
Absolutely. These guys are well groomed, well educated, and you know, I believe they live a very balanced life because they play good rugby and they make good speeches, and they're well educated, and I'm glad that we could have leaders like that in our teams.
In your speech, you mentioned that the boys must now go forward and represent Western Province Rugby as a unity.
Absolutely. I would have failed in my duty if I did not mention what I heard on Saturday and what I read on Sunday in the newspapers. When our Springbok guys were actually singled out as Stormers and Cheetahs and Lions, I really thought that we had a unified Springbok team, and that's why I said this evening they will be capped as Western Province players, not as Sax or Rondebosch or Violets or any other team. The Dyser must be the unifying factor, that's it.
Thelo, we're going to leave it at that. Congratulations. Looks like we've got a good team out there. These guys are just another league altogether.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to the games.
There you go. We'll be back after the break, folks.
The following Western Province Rugby School of Excellence insert is brought to you by BestMed. Be active, be safe, be happy, be Nutri-Wise, be fit.
All right, there we go. Everybody, welcome back again, Cape Rugby TV. Remember, the Factory Shops SA mobile app. You can download that app and go and find the factory shop nearest to you. It's a very simple GPS-based software solution that they've got to download the app, and you simply do a search for whatever product it is you want. And you can search within the category, and it'll bring up the store that you want's GPS locations, and you push the route button, and it drives you all the way through to the store. store of your choosing. Of course, if you are a factory shop out there or any other type of retail environment and you want to get listed, then on the mobile app there's a very easy listing solution. And so certainly if you're a factory shop or any other retail solution, you want to get into the factory shop and be listed there for people to find your shop, then go and download the Factory Shops SA mobile app. All right, folks, we did catch up there now with the head of marketing for BestMed. BestMed have, of course, come on board with Western Province Rugby as the sponsor to the BestMed Western Province Rugby School of Excellence. And Chris Late came down to attend the event at the capping ceremony. We managed to catch up with him after giving the boys their new caps.
The following Western Province Rugby School of Excellence insert is brought to you by BestMed. Be active, be safe, be happy, be Nutri-Wise, be fit.
Right, folks, I'm with Chris Late now. He's the head of marketing and sales at BestMed. Of course, BestMed has come on board with the Western Province Rugby School of Excellence. Chris, a fantastic evening tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it was a privilege to be here. And I must say, it just gives absolute goosebumps to see the talent in the province and to understand what this means to the future of South Africa's rugby talent is amazing.
You know, looking at the Western Province Rugby team, these boys, these under 18s, under 16s and that, and you're fit with BestMed and the School of Excellence, and we talk about the 5 pillars of BestMed, it looks like there's a natural fit between BestMed and Western Province Rugby.
Absolutely. I think for BestMed it's important always to recognize excellence and develop talent. But, you know, being a well-rounded individual is so important and in sport so much more. Our wellness pillars is around being active, being safe, being Nutri-Wise, being fit, and most of all being happy.
Yeah.
And I think this is what we see in the boys here and the province as a whole.
So perfect brand ambassadors for BestMed. Looking forward to some of the competitions coming up?
Yes, I think there's exciting times well, we're definitely going to root for the guys here, so good luck.
All right, Chris, we're going to leave it at that. Congratulations and welcome on board with Western Province Rugby.
Thank you very much.
Morgs, let's bring you back into this because Lyndon and I can't talk about our Craven Week days because we didn't play Craven Week. But of course, there again, you didn't play Craven Week either. So, but on the assumption that you had played Craven Week, it would have been nice to have a sponsor like BestMed and the Institute, whereby those boys are getting all that technical support now. They're able to go train at the HPC. They've got all the high-tech coaching that you have, the Stormers have.
Yeah, look, I mean, you know, it's that old scenario of you can't build a house without a strong foundation.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, having the likes of BestMed, having the likes of Evox Advanced Nutrition also who often get involved in Western Province Rugby. I think, you know, those are the elements of the youngsters growing up now that were missed back then when I was playing for the academy.
The size, I mean, I was blown away. We're going to see some of the interviews now in a sec, but the size of these guys, they're just, I mean, something is different.
Yeah, there's something in the water there.
It must be the education that they're getting right now.
Yes, it must be the education. Okay, well, talking about the size of some of these boys, let's first catch up with the under-18 coach, Salman Murat. He's, of course, made a lot of impact in Cape Town over the last couple of years. People have been watching his progress, and he is now leading from the front. He did an interesting little speech, and we managed to interview him after the ceremony.
The following Western Province Rugby School of Excellence insert is brought to you by BestMed. Be active, be safe, be happy, be Nutri-Wise, be fit.
Right, folks, with me now is Salman Murat, captain of the under-18 side. Of course, getting ready for the Craven Week. Salman, like a speech tonight, you guys are looking happy.
Yeah, the boys are all excited, you know. For many of us, it's our last Craven Week, so we want to make it special. And I think the boys are eager to work hard. We're starting camp next week, and yeah, boys are excited, you know.
It's been a couple of interesting weeks, though. You guys started with some trials, of course, at Belleville and at City Park as well. How's the gelling been between the boys?
It's been good. There's a good vibe amongst the boys. Like I said, it's easy to see the boys are excited. Like in our past, we had a few trainings, and the boys are really working hard for each other, which is really important at this stage. It's important that we gel really well before the tournament, and like I said, the camp's going to help with things like that.
All right, listen, we're going to leave it at that. You're going to enjoy the camp. And I'm going to have to obviously make sure that the whole Murad family and Paul make sure that they watch this interview, because apparently your family has got the biggest Springbok blazer in the country.
Yeah, it's a few brothers and a few cousins. Back then in the apartheid era, obviously. So it's a proud rugby family.
Family proud to have you here tonight.
Yeah, very much.
We'll leave it at that. Go and enjoy yourself.
Thank you.
The following Western Province Rugby School of Excellence insert is brought to you by BestMed. Be active, be safe, be happy, be Nutri-Wise, be fin-fit.
Right, folks, well, there you see him firsthand. Both of you guys.
Was he standing on something?
Was he standing on a crate or was he?
Yeah.
Were you down, like, was the step down there,
No,
JP?
I was not on my knees. I was not on my knees. I was actually standing up straight. In fact, as tall as possible. And the size of these boys is just unbelievable. I mean, and the funny thing is, it's not only in Western Province. I mean, we see the kids today just big all over.
Like the Under-20 World Cup going on now, you see these boys and you think like, then you see guys that are playing Premiership or playing in the European or even the Super Rugby, you realize that, oh, you're still under 20, and then you're
I've got another surprise for you guys, because Salman, of course, is the under 18 player. Let me introduce you now to the under 16 captain. His name's Adrian Alberts, and we also speak to the under 13, Jacques de Villiers, captain of the under 13 side. But if you thought that the under 18 captain was big for his size, meet Adrian Alberts, the under 16 captain.
The following Western Province Rugby School of Excellence insert is brought to you by BestMed. Be active, be safe, be happy, be Nutri-Wise, be fin-fit.
Folks, we're here with Adrian Alberts. He is the captain of the under 16 Grand Como side. Adrian, you guys are probably excited.
Yeah, no, we've been working very hard. Looking forward to the tournament, and we just want to get the ball and start playing now.
You're under 16?
Yes, we're under 16.
Right. Okay, so you must get this a lot. I mean, you're quite a big boy for under 16.
Well, I'm 16, so...
Okay, so you guys having fun? You enjoying yourself? Yes. Of course, you're part of the BestMed School of Excellence. It must be good fun for the boys.
Yeah, no, we're enjoying every second of it. I mean, it's a lot of effort put into it. It's hard work. But yeah, like I'm saying, we're enjoying every second of it. It's fun for us, and we like learning. We're learning new stuff, and there's a lot of good knowledge that we're gaining while we're at the training.
All right, we're going to leave it at that. You're already a TV natural.
Thank you.
Right, mense, saam met nou is Jacques de Villiers. Jacques is die kaptein van die 113 span. Jacques, ek sien jy 'n lekker spraakie gegee van vanmiddag. Het dit vir jou lank wat om voor te berei?
Ons het eers 'n middag uitgevind en toe net gou begin leer en toe ek was maar skaam op die verhoog.
Sê my gou die ouetjies saam met wie jy speel, lyk my julle het 'n lekker span. Het julle mekaar al goed leer ken?
Ons het al 'n paar oefeninge gehad en die gees het baie gehou tussen ons opgebou en ons verstaan mekaar goed en ek dink ons gaan 'n lekker span hê en wat sommer goed sal doen by die Gravenwerk.
Ja, en watter posisie speel jy?
Ek's flank.
Alright, en die ander boys in die span, hoe dink jy is daar 'n paar ons het nou net hierso vir die onder 16 kaptein gesien en hy's al maar groot jong. Is jou net so groot?
Die slotte is lank, maar ons is 'n ligte span.
Ja.
Maar ons is 'n goeie span en met baie spoed.
Alright, Jacques, ons gaan dit daarso los. Wel gedaan. Ons sien uit om vir jou toekoms te sien dat jy lekker gaan jol.
Dankie oom.
The following Western Province Rugby School of Excellence insert is brought to you by BestMed. Be active, be safe, be happy, be Nutri-Wise, be fin-fit.
All right, you guys are, all right, so the under 16 captain, he's got a bit of size, but did you notice that the under 13 captain is the same size as I am?
He's under 13, which means he's 12 years old. Which means, what is he going to look like when he's 17 years old?
So, Morgs,
what did I look like when I was? Is that why I didn't play cricket?
Yes,
no,
probably.
I just remember your hair was different.
Yeah, Matt made me taller. I needed some height. I needed some height.
All right, folks. Let's catch up with now Wilfred Cupido, is of course the manager of the BestMed School of Excellence.
The following Western Province Rugby School of Excellence insert is brought to you by BestMed. Be active, be safe, be happy, be Nutri-Wise, be fin-fit.
Folks, with me now is Wilfred Cupido. He's of course the manager at the BestMed School of Excellence. Wilfred, fantastic evening tonight.
Yes, really fantastic, and it's out there, the people that's all here. rocked up. The parents rocked up to come and support their kids, and it's a great moment for the kids to be kept by the president. A really honor to get that dizer on the head and the proudness in all of this.
Just quickly give us a rundown of the last 2 months leading up to tonight.
The last 2 months we had, as you know, we had squads, under 17 squad, under 15 squad, which we had pre-seasons in build-up for the trials, for the national weeks, and we had quite 2 good squads that prepared for it, and then the boys went into trials, but you could see they were really above the other guys that came into through the normal ranks of the school games. They were above them. The standards were just higher than them.
Going forward now, you guys taking the boys on tour?
They're all going onto onto the provincial schools tournaments, and by the looks of it, we will do very well at the tournaments.
All right, Wilfred, we're going to leave it at that. Best of luck. Congratulations with the Best Med School of Excellence. I think you're going to have some good results. These are some big boys that look very talented.
Yeah, thanks, JP.
The following Western Province Rugby School of Excellence insert is brought to you by Best Med. Be active, be safe, be happy, be Nutri-Wise, be fit.
Right, folks, there you go. That was, of course, the capping ceremony at Western Province Rugby, and it looks like the boys are heading for a successful Craven weekend, and we wish them the best of luck. Let's quickly look at some of the fixtures. There are still some fixtures happening over the weekend. Violets Paarl are up against Windmill United. Simonian take on Peril United. Lower Paarl and Young Gardens. Albion's Riverstones, Young Standards, and Paarl Rangers. All those matches kick off at 4 o'clock. And then to make up for the lack of space or at least, the lack of games, and a couple of the clubs have organised some friendlies. Kuilsriver are playing against Heidelberg, Rocklands are playing against Silverleaf, Police are playing against Retreat, Macassar take on All Saints, and Goodwood are up against Paarl. In fact, we've got a fantastic poster that has just come in from Goodwood, so it looks like it's a big sporting event that's happening there at Goodwood on the day. 75th year celebration. You can join them there for a special day for of course, live club rugby, and you can celebrate with them. That's on Saturday the 25th. It's Goodwood up against Paarl, and that starts off at 1 o'clock, and at about 3:15 it'll be the first side, Goodwood first team up against Paarl. All right, folks, and of course if you want to watch the Springboks, who are of course playing against Ireland, there will be a screening at the Goodwood football grounds starting at 5 o'clock. So there's going to be live music, big screen, cash bar, entertainment, takeaways available. The entrance fee is only 10 Rand per person and 10 Rand per car. Very exciting. And of course, Kuilsriver are playing against Heidelberg over the weekend. Going to have a bit of fun out there. Morgan Newman, thanks for joining us, and we'll hopefully catch you in the next couple of days.
Always good to be here. Thanks for having me, James.
Lyndon Julies, same to you. Thanks for joining us in this cold weather, and we hope to catch you soon.
Yeah, I was just about to say now, guys, you should keep warm, and it's good to be on the show, and guys must enjoy the club rugby and the rugby this weekend.
Yeah, there we go, folks. Thank you very much to our panel members this evening, and to you out there, if you are out there, please try and stay dry, stay warm. It is bitterly cold, and make sure you look after your rugby family. And of course, happy Father's Day to the rugby fathers who celebrated Father's Day last week, Sunday. That's a wrap from us. We'll see you again next week, same time, same place. Have a fantastic rugby weekend. Bye-bye.